Alright, let's do this. Alright, uh, hmm. So, I think I should finally talk about this, right? I think I should finally. It's been like a week or so, so I think now since I've at least gotten a little bit out of it, uh, the stress from all this is finally going away a little bit, but it's still kind of there in a way. So, here's my opinion on everything with Ninja Theory. Well, actually, not here's my opinion. This is just a whole spiel that I had. When I first saw this game, I knew for a fact that this was going to be the thing that I start my YouTube channel on. I just knew for 10,000% the very fucking second that I saw this game at E3. Well, correction, it was the very second I saw the game, but when I played the beta, that was the moment that I knew I could do this fucking game for a channel. Because I didn't want to do like, a lot of games that are like really super popular that a lot of people tend to play because that causes a lot of like it's so hard to like establish a YouTube channel off of that because there are so many other people doing it. But it's like I said before, with this game in particular, I knew that it wasn't going to be for everyone. I knew that it probably was going to have, well, I didn't know it was going to have a small team of updates. I didn't know that was going to happen until I saw that they were also working on, I think it's Seshwa. I forget what the name of the game is because I don't play it, but once I started to know certain things about this game, like I just knew for a fact when I first saw that this was going to be the game that I established my entire channel on. Now, as far as this game in particular, the tweet itself is very. I'm not gonna go to the comments because that's more upsetting. The tweet itself is very upsetting because you have Senua's Saga as well as Project Mara. I don't know what the Insight Project is, but I wasn't a fan of Ninja Theory before Bleeding Edge came along. And the only thing that's really hurtful about the tweet is that it was literally, see here, look, all right, December 17th, they wished, Merry Christmas to everyone. Also, during that time, we were doing monthly melee, which was around November, I think. Actually, no, I think it was December. I think it was early December. I can't. Yeah, I think it was latest November, kind of early is December to kind of start December off a little bit. But regardless, it's like compared to the Azrael update, and don't get me wrong, I knew for a fact that the Azrael update was going to be the last update, but the Azrael update was like July 30th, man. And ever since the Azrael update, there was no communication or no talk at all about anything regarding into Ninja Theory. Like, granted, I knew about the other game that they were gonna do. I also knew about the fact that they took a small section of Ninja Theory and they put it towards Bleeding Edge as far as the developers that wanted to actually do stuff for Bleeding Edge. So, as far as the people that made the skins and 665 and the Azure update and stuff like that, they genuinely liked this game. And I'm not going to say Bleeding Edge or that Ninja Theory didn't like this game. I can tell that they like this game for a fact because, dude, watching that developer's face at the E3 conference, I still remember the video. Watching her face in the way that she described the game itself, it's because they made Devil May Cry, but like any developer who wants to step out of their shoes to try something different, I have nothing against them. Like I really don't. Granted, Cyberpunk didn't come out to hit as good as it should have, but still, I never deny when a developer wants to do something different. And as far as I'm concerned with this game, in my opinion, it actually was a success. When you think about it, dude, it's an online melee PvP. that had constant updates, that did for its time have its audience, where people were actually talking back and forth to the developers, and there was a lot of excitement. I don't want to say Bleeding Edge had a honeymoon phase, because the same way I felt about this game from the start is the same way all the way throughout today, ever since last year. So in terms of everything else going forward, here's the thing with me. Regardless of anything going on with Ninja Theory right now, I don't know. For all I know, they could finish the games that they're doing, and they could come back with an update. Uh there were games last year that got really weird updates. I think it was Arkham Knight and Left 4 Dead. Those are some pretty old games, but they got updates out of nowhere, and I don't know why. Regardless of which, as long as Bleeding Edge stays on the servers, I hope to goodness it doesn't get off Game Pass, because there are a lot of people who have the game specifically, and I want to actually show you this. There are people who have the game specifically on Game Pass who probably won't, if it probably may not be able to get, they probably won't buy it on Xbox if it's $30, or even if it's $20 on Steam. There are people who probably won't do that. Me personally, the day after I saw this tweet and I saw this, the day after I saw this tweet, I went online and I bought a physical copy of this game. I never buy a game twice. I never keep a game in the plastic for any fucking This is the first game I've ever done this with, and I want you to really understand something. This game has not only given me a YouTube channel, but it's kind of changed my outlook on how video games can be developed, as well as its community, how a community can literally keep a game thriving. I've made so many videos. I've discovered so much about myself in doing these videos, as well as discovered the different people who also like this game. I've met many different people, surprisingly, not even from the US, honestly, from out of the States, which is the best thing that I like about this game, period. This game has made me feel so differently about a character that, like, there's when it comes to Bleeding Edge, we all know Kulev is my favorite character. Other than that, my favorite characters out there are like Ezio Auditore de Firenze and Master Chief and stuff like that. Some classic video game characters. But man, this game has done a lot, not only for me, but for a lot of people who played this game in general. Yo, it was free. If you had Game Pass, it was free. There was nothing to pay for, no microtransactions at all. Like, I couldn't ask this game to do anything else. Granted, everyone in this game who knows the game would need somewhat more of a balance. This game would need somewhat more of a balance, and they have worked to balance this out. Compared to the beta, when Makuto was just damn near unkillable, and now Makuto is just godlike. Um, Compared to the early days of the game that you guys have followed all through this, yeah, man. I'm not gonna say it's like a sad thing to see it go, because like I said, as long as the servers are still up, I'm still going to be doing Watch Zone videos no matter what. And to answer more questions, yeah, I'm still gonna be in the Watch Zone. I'm still going to be playing this as long as the servers are up. I'm still gonna be doing videos based on this game, because I have a fucking list of videos that I still have to do, but because the game's like getting less flack, getting less publicity now, it makes me wonder if I should still do it. But I know for a fact that I should, because it's just a community of people, not the game itself. I literally like to do this shit for the community of people itself, because you guys watch my videos, and I feel like that's way more important regardless. So yeah, I'm still doing Watch Zone. I'm still going to be making content related to the game. I'm still going to be supporting Ninja Theory and any other game that they put out. I'm still going to ride with them. I'm still going to be I'm going to keep uploading other games to kind of keep the channel necessarily going, but I'm still going to be doing Bleeding Edge content no matter what, as long as this game still stays on servers. The only thing that would make me stop playing this game honest to God, would be if I was playing the game on Twitch one day and Microsoft suddenly owns, like, I don't know, the rights to the Bleeding Edge soundtrack suddenly switches to someone else, which I highly doubt. If I ever got DMCA'd for uploading YouTube video, I mean, for playing Bleeding Edge on Twitch or some shit like that, or if I got my account banned for playing a game, then I'm out. Then I'm out. Then I'm out. Because that is the most hurtful thing that I think would ever happen to me. Because I really put this game, I put this fucking game on my back. Like, I really put this fucking game on my back. The fact that, guys, I was thinking about making a Facebook page dedicated to uploading. I wanted people to be able to upload their highlights because Ninja Theory, they didn't do, for this Twitter being what it was alright, but I felt like they should have done a lot better job at showing off some highlights or some gameplay or like some sick, the things that I do when I show off highlights and shit. I was going to make a Facebook page, and if you guys uploaded a highlight, I was going to show that highlight either on here or on Twitch. I was going to just spread the love of Bleeding Edge and what it is. I wanted an actual community. Granted, we have a Discord and a few other things like that, which is actually really, really good. But as far as like just the devs themselves, the only thing that I would say is disappointing about all of this in general is just that I didn't see it at first, but the devs should have done, it was just so, it came so abrupt, dude. They should have done like something to kind of at least talk to us, kind of letting us down lightly. But this is like a serious, just a straight jab out of nowhere. Like, imagine you're just sitting there playing at your computer desk out of nowhere, literally because someone else was editing a video based on this game. You're sitting there doing the video, and then bam, someone just comes and hits you in the head with a keyboard. That's how abrupt this tweet came out to everybody. Because there was no, I don't want to say there was no love into it, but man, there just was not any, there was no foresight for this type of shit. Granted, like I said, I knew that the Azrael update was going to be the last update, but I honestly thought, dude, April 24th was so close. I thought we were going to get probably one more update. One more, dude. April 24th. There's no game. I don't remember the game release of any other game out there except this one, April 24th. And if you're wondering, yes, for a whole year, I'm going to do a final video in respect to this game on April 24th, because that'll be a whole year run for the game, and the game didn't have a full year's run, and it's fucking bullshit. Alright, I gotta stop this before I get a little too mad. Anyway, regardless of which, yeah, like I said, guys, keep playing the game regardless of which. I believe that we're gonna try to keep doing customs. We're gonna try to keep doing a lot of highlights and uploads. We're gonna keep making sure that the community actually stays fresh. We're gonna try to keep this thing going for as long as I know that it possibly can go. Regardless of which, this game still does need some bouncing. Who knows? Maybe we can get a nice modder in there who can actually go inside of the engine and actually put some things together. But for right now, GG's, man, just big fat GG's all around. GG's all around. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Tell this to all the world.